Welcome to my porch, and this is episode 4 of the Wake9 Porch, and I'm here with my buddy Kevin.
Hello.
Sometimes referred to as my friend.
Oh, that's a strong word.
If it
Rob.
is,
It's a strong word.
how I met Kevin, and I don't have any notes, and I'm going to kind of pull out my cigar here as I go. Kevin, you have your tasty beverage of choice.
Oh yeah, a big tall water. It's not vodka. It's actually water.
yeah. And me with my lemonade.
Yeah.
And so basically, I met Kevin. You know, most of my wake surf friends in the last 10 years have been through Wake9 because we do Wake9, and then when people meet us, they knew us because they saw us first on Wake9. So it always seemed to come through that. It was very rare that we have wake surf friends that we would meet.
Well, when people see you, they can't miss you.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of, although I've lost a good amount of weight,
I'm
doing pretty good.
You absolutely have.
I'm doing pretty good. So anyway, we were going. What was that event? It was on the Delta.
It's on the Delta. Yeah.
It was on the Delta. I don't remember what it was called. It was with Dan Savaggio and the West team put on this event in the Delta.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not familiar with the Delta, I would say the Delta could be listed as one of the reasons to move to Tennessee. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was not a big fan of the Delta.
It is, first, it's stank water. Yeah?
That's being nice, yeah.
It's stank water. You'll be going down a little channel, and all of a sudden a ship will come next to you, or some huge
barge.
Yes,
yeah.
and on the Delta, they think it's fine as long as you have 6 feet between you and your boat, and no more than a 40-mile-an-hour difference. You're good.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts.
And the depth fluctuation. I mean, you'll go from 30 feet deep to 2 feet deep and not even realize it. And it changes seasonally.
Yeah.
It's not the same every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then there's the ramps.
The ramps.
The ramps.
Yes.
The dreaded ramps. And what was the name of that marina that we went to?
I don't remember.
I don't remember it either. I'll have to maybe add it to the note afterwards. But we had this marina. And the way this marina worked is that, so you came in, and then basically it was kind of flat, and then it just
straight
dropped out, and it was not a gradual angle. It like went doink like that, and it was like this. It was steep, okay. And now the other part of this is I had just changed from being a Chevy guy to my Ford F-150 with the EcoBoost, and I love that thing. It had so much power. It's a 2011, and so I was excited to prove, that it could do certain things. And I was actually filming at that time some amazing hills. I took my boat out of the Oroville when there was no water, so I was in the mud with 4-wheel drive, and it just no problem with the RZX, which is a big old huge boat just like they are now. And well, I thought I should be able to do this ramp. I didn't know Kevin yet, really. I knew of him. And then, actually, I did know you, but I didn't know you well.
Well, everyone's heard of me.
Yeah, everybody's heard of
or
Kevin.
heard me.
And then here's the thing: I didn't
From
have
afar.
And Kevin knows this. This is not news. I did not have a good impression of Kevin.
Probably not.
I did not. And here's a couple reasons
rub
why.
People the wrong way.
He can rub people the wrong way. Kevin has no filter, and I'm literally there's a convent of nuns behind us that are praying that we don't go offline.
Jesse's hands on the outlet plug to unplug this thing at any moment, right?
Yes. Kevin doesn't have a filter. That's a problem. I mean, it's bad. Like, you can come in and you can say, "Hey, Kevin, I'd like you to meet the pastor of our church," and here's his wife, and Kevin might say, "Oh, have you had work?" He just says things that are on his head, and you're like, "Oh, geez, Kevin." Yeah. But the other part is Kevin literally has the energy of like a teenage squirrel, I would say. You do. How old are you? You're like almost 50 now.
I'm 50, yeah.
He's 50.
I'm 50.
Kevin,
I'm 50 years old.
50. Kevin's energy level, now it could be, obviously I'm an engineer, I work behind a desk, my energy level's a lot less, so there is a comparison there, but anybody that knows Kevin knows he is a very high energy person, but it's always on. And so when I would see him, and I met him on his houseboat with other people there, he had like a party, and Kevin is like, hey Rob, and hey guys, how you doing? And he's just really excitable. And after a couple times of meeting him, I told Amy, I go, that guy's on drugs. That guy's like,
I've been told that a few times.
I'd like, that guy is on coke or something. He's got to be, I probably shouldn't even say that on YouTube. I might have to edit that out. But Kevin seemed altered. Let's just put it that way.
Altered state of reality.
And so I kept my distance a little bit because that's how I thought it was. But and at the time when we were at my first meeting to Kevin, I was still under that impression.
Right.
I was still under and this first meeting didn't help that at all. It didn't help that at all. So so that's the history. My truck and Kevin is jacked up, and
I do not partake in
no. Oh yeah, I probably should have said that.
Everyone assumes I partake in because
I probably should.
I do drink Coors Light though.
Yes,
that's part
Kevin,
of the story.
Yeah, that's
Coors
coming
Light.
up. That's coming up in the story.
Yeah.
But no, Kevin does not do any type of hard
illicit,
alterating materials.
Devil's dust or whatever
devil's dust. Yeah. So anyway, I get this idea that I want to back my truck in there, and because when you pull up, they have tractors. They have a bunch of tractors. And at the time, what is it? It's like $5.
Yeah, $5, big deal.
You pay them $5. They hook up to your boat and they drop it in for you.
You unhook your boat from the vehicle, and then they'll use the tractor to load it in.
Yeah.
And this is so you're saying this is the F-150, and then the boat was the SE 550 at the time, right?
No, the boat was the RZX.
Oh, this was back in the Taiga.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, gotcha,
yes.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
My memory failed. That's a big boat too.
Actually, no. This was the boat before the RZX, so it was the
Z3?
2015 Z3.
Z3, okay.
Yes, it was the Z3.
And that's a big boat.
It's still a big boat, but not as big as the RZX.
Right.
So I say we could back it in. I'm going to back it in, and I'm going to back it in for my son Thomas. Now the Mexican guy comes around. He's all, give me $5, and I'm like, I go, no, I'm going to back it in myself. And he looks at me like, it's $5.
That's an F-150.
Yeah, it's $5. And he goes, you have a diesel? No, this is no diesel. I go, no, it'll be fine. No, give me $5. And I'm like, look, it's okay. I got it. And he's like, okay, but you can't take it out without you have to use the tractor. Because when you drop in, coming up is easy because you don't have a boat. But I didn't want to try taking it out later and not at least first back up and feel, how it felt and everything. So I go, it's in 4-wheel drive, back it did it no problem. Obviously, backs up, drops it in and go. And I'm planning on picking it up that way. Now the problem though is that I only had my son Thomas with me and Jesse, and I think I had somebody drive the boat because while I backed up, I filmed this. I actually have the video somewhere. So I had Thomas filming on the shore, me backing the thing in, but I knew when I take it out, I have to drive the boat. So I got to find somebody to drive.
The truck,
and that's not going to be Kevin, but anyway, we're getting there. So we go out all day. Now I'm go out all day, and all I'm thinking about is that I'm going to have to deal with this
ramp.
Deal with this later. And I meet Kevin out there. Hey, Kevin, and again, I don't know him very well, and I'm a little bit wary of him at the time. And so we have our day, and the time's coming, and I found somebody that I knew. I don't even remember who it was. Let's say his name was Mike. And I asked him if he would drive the truck for me. And I went over this like 100 times. Okay, I'm going to have you in the truck. You got to put it just in 4-wheel drive, just right in 4-wheel drive, and make sure you have to, after when you back up, make sure it's in 4-wheel drive, and then you're going to pull out. And when I get up, because he had to go get the truck as well, it would be in 2-wheel drive because I didn't drive to the parking lot in 4-wheel drive. So he had to put it in. And I went through how to put it in, make sure it's in there ahead of time. Okay, did all that. He's like, okay, I got this, no problem. Now, you have to understand that this ramp where it is, it's literally, there's a restaurant and a ramp and then like a market and an ice cream shop. It's like an entertainment area. And if you know Northern California ramps or you watch those videos where people are watching people coming in and out, there's people that just do that. They're just watching because there's always mayhem.
I enjoy that sometimes.
Yeah. And I wonder why you were just sitting there, Kevin.
Yeah.
So Kevin,
I was one of the onlookers.
Kevin is over, like, I think he was by the bar, a restaurant area, and he had Coors Light. And you know the pose from people. He's got a beer in one hand and he's sitting there. And as we go, and I pull up, and Mike goes and gets the truck, and he backs in, and I'm trying to be real calm. My heart rate's going 130. I'm already nervous. And already people are going, who's the crazy guy that's not using the tractor? $5. That's an F-150. What the heck? And this is before those EcoBoosts really had kind of a reputation for having that kind of power. And so people start coming and paying attention, and they're looking. And Kevin, he's coming up and he's walking up, and he sees Thomas filming, and he's looking, and he goes, what are you guys doing? He's like, wait. And remember, Kevin doesn't have a filter. He's like, what are you doing? And then he sees me in the boat, and I'm getting ready to pull in. He goes, Rob, what are you doing? Tractors are $5. It's like, what? It's $5, Rob.
You need to borrow $5?
Yes, he did. He pulls out his wallet, and he goes, Rob, I got $5. Were you just short on cash? And he's doing this while I'm filming, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, dude, shut up.
Not helping to stress
out.
Not
helping. I'm stressed out. And Mike backs up, and so I pull up. So far, so good. Okay, Mike, pull it out nice and easy. Back tire starts spinning. I'm like, oh no. Yeah. I'm like, you gotta, and I'm not yelling.
No.
Because I don't want to. I'm trying to be calm.
Calm, cool, and collected.
I'm like, yeah, you got to put it in 4-wheel drive. And he's saying something back to me, and I can't quite hear him because everybody's laughing and going on, and Kevin's all, Rob, what are you doing? And he's still waving his $5 bill. I got $5. I'm like, dude, Kevin, shut up, Kevin. And then I hear Mike, what he's saying back, because he basically opened the rear. No, I don't think I had a rear. Stuck his head out the door, and I think he cussed. He's like, I have it in effing 4-wheel drive already. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there thinking, what could be wrong? Yeah. Why isn't, because when the tires started moving, it would go in 4-wheel drive.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, after a minute of him spinning the tires, now he's spinning the tires, right? And Kevin's all, Kevin says, don't worry, Rob, we got this, we got this. Kevin doesn't put his beer down, takes his one-handed, pose that he's got, walks over and jumps on the back of the truck.
On the bumper.
He's on the bumper. And he's jumping up and down. We got it. Okay, Mike, let's go. We go like it's a horse. And he's jumping up and down, trying to get the thing to go. The tires are just spinning. There's no way. The boat is not going to go up. And I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden it dawns on me. Wait a minute. And I'm like, Mike, did you put it in 4-wheel drive low? And he goes, yes. And I go, Mike, it won't shift into 4-wheel. All I need to do is put it in 4-wheel drive high. And as soon as I said that, he clicks it. It just hooks up, and we pull right out. It was nothing. But Kevin is bouncing on the thing. Oh, yeah, all right, Rob, we did it. Like Kevin thought because he got on the back of the truck.
I was the traction that needed.
Yeah, he was the traction.
Me and my Coors Light.
Yeah, you and your Coors Light. So that was the first time I met Kevin. And the story goes on a little bit more because then what happened is I got a bigger boat, the ZX, and the RZX. That boat was at least 1,000 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
And I felt like that 4-wheel drive incident, you
had to redo it.
I had to
do a redo.
I had to redo it. And I was invited back to the same lake, same ramp the next year.
Right. So you planned it this time.
So this time planned it. Now, during this time, I fell in love with Kevin. Kevin became an extremely close friend. Definitely best wake surf friend for sure. Kevin, I spend more time with him and realized this guy just has high energy. He really just, he's always on. It's not drugs. That was the first thing. Second, Kevin will give you the shirt off your back. His back, and not the shirt off your back. Here's your shirt.
It won't fit you though, Rob, but I'd still give it to you.
Yeah, but he will. He's like, if you pull up somewhere and you start unloading the car, before I would get out of my car and make it to the back of my truck, my stuff would already be out. I mean, Kevin's, I got it for you, Rob. I mean, that's just Kevin. And he's always like that. And he's always helping everybody out.
I am married. You don't have to, are you trying to find me a wife here?
No.
Happily married.
Boy, there were so many things to say there, and I just let them all go. I let them all go.
I saw them almost come out.
You saw my brain start thinking. So yeah. Anyway, it is Pride Month. Anyway, I'm not going to say anymore.
Okay.
So anyway, during this time, I got to know Kevin very well. We became much better friends. And I went to Kevin and told him, remember what happened? And you bounced it on my truck, and I don't think he remembered it all.
It was just another day in my life.
Kevin's like, I remember opening a Coors Light, and then
I'm pretty sure that happened.
I'm pretty sure I remember that. And then about 12 hours later, I don't know, I woke up somewhere.
Yeah.
And anyway, once I told him what happened. I think I even showed you the video.
Right.
And you were kind of embarrassed. It was pretty funny.
Man.
And so I said, look, what I need you to do, Kevin, is I need you to drive. I need my second. I need you to be my second. You got, and we went over and practiced the 4-wheel drive. Like, here's how it goes in 4-wheel drive. We're not going to make the same mistakes, right? And actually, no, I was going to drive the truck. You were going to drive the boat. Yeah. So he's driving the boat. So this time I was doing the truck. So now we're going to be good. Thomas is still going to be able to film because Thomas didn't have a license.
Right.
Thomas was like 14. Now he's 15. So we go out there and we have our day on the lake. And the first thing, and this is all me, but I am so stressed about this. We go and we're parking to have lunch, and we're in this little tight area, and I'm just out of sync. And I ran into like, what, 4 or 5 kayaks?
It was more than that. There's probably about 20 kayaks that they rent out, and Rob decided to take them all out and just run them over with the boat.
Yeah, this was pre-thrusters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could have done
it. It was a little breezy. I think it was a little breezy.
It was windy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for giving me that.
I'll give you that, Rob.
Yeah, but you
still can't drive a boat.
I can't drive a boat. I could drive, but you know what? I didn't that day. I'll say that. And I could have sold thrusters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On that day, I could have sold them. Anyway, I took out a bunch of kayaks, and Kevin is. At this time, we're friends. Kevin is literally 40 yards away from me, up on the dock, and at this infamous restaurant, standing up there, and he yells down to Thomas, "Thomas, what the hell's going on with your dad?" Like that. Like what's up? And I'm like, oh, Kevin, man, you know.
Just making sure everyone's attention gets focused on you.
Everybody knows that I just took out all the kayaks. So that happens, and then we get to the point where we're going to pull out the truck. And as we're going, as we're pulling up, and before that, when we got there in the morning, Kevin starts to back out. We're in line. He's like, Robert,
it's only $5.
I'll pay the $5. Are you sure you want to do this? We're going to look so stupid. And they're telling people you can't do it by yourself. They're supposed to allow you.
Right.
But they want everybody to use the tractors. And Kevin's nervous.
Well, if a truck goes in the water, it closes the ramp for probably the rest of the day.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
It's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal. And Kevin doesn't want to be that guy.
No, I don't want to be the guy that's driving the truck that goes in the water.
Me crashing into all the kayaks probably didn't give you the...
Well, and I also know the boat is bigger. It's heavier. It's 1,000 pounds heavier than the last time.
Yep.
So, there's a few variables.
Yes. So he was concerned. Kevin was concerned.
It's a steep ramp. I mean,
no, it's no joke.
You should get some kind of a link to put on here, just a picture of that.
I will.
It is
I will
a
put.
straight
I will
drop
put
ramp.
in the comments.
I don't think people understand.
Yes, because I do have video of this, and it is a straight down ramp, and I wish I could remember the name. Maybe somebody watching can put in the comments. And so. So we finally get to the end of the day, and Kevin again, Rob, are you sure we're going to do this? I mean, we're good. $5, it's no problem. I'm not. Come on, Kevin, we can do it. He's like, all right. And so my heart's going crazy. I back it up. I make sure I'm in 4-wheel drive. I pull it down. Now the other part too about this ramp is because it's so steep. I don't know if you've been on a really steep ramp. That when you back the boat in just to get it enough into the water, it goes down so dang low. If you have those floating, what do you call those
the
things?
pole protectors.
Yeah, pole protectors.
Guides,
the guides
on the trailer.
Yes, they will float up and go away, and so you should take them off. I didn't think about it just because I don't usually go on this ramp. So I back down. Kevin is out there driving, and keep in mind, I already told you, the Delta water is stank. And when I say, Kevin, it's stank. I mean, it's nasty.
Oh, yeah.
It's nasty. Now, this is not just Delta water. This is Delta water at the marina. So this is stank, what, 4X? It's nasty.
It's gross.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
So I back up, and my things pop out and they go off.
The pole guides just
pole
shoot
guides.
up off of the poles,
Yeah, shoot up
into
off
the
the poles.
water.
You know what?
And there's current. This is in the deltas. There's
Yeah.
current. It's always moving.
Yes. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, hey,
Lost
I
them.
just lost some pole guides. That's all what do I care?
Well, you
It's-
forgot your buddy Kevin was here.
Yeah. So as I'm thinking, I'm going to tell Kevin, don't worry about it. The pole guides are gone. I look, he's already in the water and nobody's driving the boat. So Kevin
To grab $10 pole guides.
Yeah, he gets $10 pole guides and puts my boat. Luckily, there were a lot of kayaks to break the pole.
Right.
But Kevin was fast. He jumps in, and this is Kevin. This is, if you know Kevin, you hear this all the time. I got it, Rob. Insert your name, of course. Be like, I got it. Jumps in, gets the pole guides, got right back to the boat and threw them in. I'm like, holy crap! I just saved my pole guides. There was my $5.
Yeah,
Kevin pays for himself right there. So he gets those in. He pulls the thing in. He's like, okay. And then I realize, oh my gosh, this boat's got 1,000 pounds of lead in it.
Yeah.
So I have 1,000 pounds of lead. I accidentally left some of the ballast full in the back. Thing is way overrated, and I'm realizing that right then. And I'm seeing Kevin in the back, and we're gonna drive up, and I'm just thinking, I can't abort now. This is it, and I'm scared to death.
In it to win it.
And it's in 4-wheel drive. I put it in, and it starts to slip, just a little bit. All 4 wheels. They're both, but it hooked up. We got up there. We went and looked. Half of the back ballast was full.
Yeah.
And all the lead was in the boat. Plus, that boat was 5,000 pounds and everything else. And it pulled it right out.
No problem.
And it did it successfully. And Kevin was like, I knew we could do it, Rob. I knew we could do it. Yeah. I'm glad you believed in me, Rob.
Told you the whole time.
Yeah. I told you. I knew that would work. Anyway, that's how I met Kevin.